What's up, grinders? How's everybody doing out there? This is a new segment called What Grinds My Gears. It's back. It's back. And this is a What Grinds My Gears hot take. Some of the short videos I'm going to do here just to get a quick hot take out there. Hopefully you like it. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Join us for the Gaming Grindhouse every Monday night. And then my rants of the Gaming Grind bites that I do. So check those out. But with this video, we're going to get you in here. We're talking about the Developer Direct. Finally, Xbox did something in 2023 after the no-show of the VGAs. We're going to talk about it. They announced it today. And we'll get into the details on Xbox Wire. Let's go. All right. So, today, after rumors, right? So, rumors were around earlier this week from Windows Central posting about this thing called the Developer Direct from Xbox. Ever since they were a no-show at the VGAs, and that meme of Phil Spencer sitting there looking like he didn't want to be there. No new game reveals, nothing. No trailers, nothing shown at that Game Awards, where over millions of people were watching that show. And the thing is that there was a lot of pushback after that in December. This was early in December. There was a lot of pushback, and from the fan base, a lot of podcasts, a lot of Twitter followers, just were like, where were you, dude? Like, you went a whole year in 2022 without any big first party releases and any updates on the games that you were announcing, that you have announced. It's 2018. So, right after that show, there were rumors again. Oh, I hear they're doing a showcase in January. The Damage Control was heading out there. A January showcase is coming. Microsoft never confirmed it. Then, quiet stuff. Then, the beginning of this week, Aaron Greenberg goes, exciting week ahead. Cryptic message on Twitter. Then, Windows Central breaks the exclusive. A Developer Direct that will have a couple of games highlighting Elder Scrolls, Forza, Minecraft, and Redfall. But Starfield might not be there. That was the rumor. People were kind of ticked off. And then, just 2 days later, and oh, mind you, that day, they actually posted about Oreos and the partnership. Very strange. Then, a day or two later, today, they finally post on Xbox Wire about this Developer Direct, and everything that was in Windows Central article was true. You know what grinds my gears? I don't understand why they need to create this suspense when they know they've been lacking all these years. Their 2022 was lackluster. Why do you need to create this kind of artificial, oh, it leaked out and it's going to be, just come out and say it. Post it, boast. If you're confident in your content, then do it. I don't understand why they need to try to create this kind of like, oh, something leaked and all this back end crap. Just announce it and show the games. This is what frustrates me the most, and this is what grinds my gears the most, is that everything has to be this kind of fake artificial hype. Just do it. If the game looks that good, if it plays that well, then just show the game. Let the gameplay do the talking. One of the dudes, Jim Gordon Ramsay, he would say it all the time, and he just said,
enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
That's it. Simple. Why does it need to be all this cryptic messaging and giving Windows Central the exclusive? Like, just why? Just to save 2 days of kind of everybody making their videos about this direct, and now you post it. Well, without further ado, here it is. The Developer Direct. First off, the name is not good. Developer Direct sounds boring. It sounds like a meeting at GDC. It doesn't tell me games. It doesn't say Xbox games. It doesn't say anything about games. A Developer Direct. Yeah, that don't sound too hot from the title itself. And if they're trying to mirror what Nintendo Directs are, or PlayStation Direct, or State of Plays, as they call them, which pun on the word play, State of Play, basically, playing games, Nintendo Direct. Developer Direct sounds a little dry. Sounds a little like a GDC meeting roundtable. And it doesn't really signify games. Games will be there. It's like a developer thing. It's like, okay. So I'm not a fan of the name. I think that's a poor name. That's very dry. That doesn't incite people to get excited to this. So bad on the name. It's January 25th. And this is one thing that was kind of strange, because even when Windows Central posted it, it's a strange time. It's 12 p.m. Pacific time and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It doesn't. It's they're doing it while everybody's pretty much at work. And let me just see, the 25th. It's a Wednesday. It's the middle of the day on the middle of the week. Are you gonna have a big turnout of live streams and gameplay? And I just don't. It's just a very strange time and date for it. I think a middle of the day on Wednesday. Like, it's not typically they do their shows around 3 p.m. on Western Standard Time, which gives it a 6 p.m. So you get a lot of the East Coast people coming back from work to watch it live and see the news. But I just think it's kind of strange at noon. Since they're one of the things too that Aaron Greenberg put out there, that it is also there are no hosts on this show. It's going to be intimate dives. So let's see what the article says. So just two things right here off the bat. The name is not very exciting. I don't think it's a driver of kind of excitement to get people to know what this is. Like, a bunch of games are going to be announced. It's a developer insight, and we'll see. It sounds a little dry here. And then the time is very weird. It doesn't really seem very friendly to the United States on, at noon on the West Coast and 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Like, people are at work. Nobody's going to be streaming this. I guess they're waiting for I don't know. Usually it's done earlier in the day to kind of get the news out early. Like at 10 a.m. and then an afternoon. Or 3 to 6. Typically, that's when the State of Plays usually go, like around like 3 to 6. I just think the time is kind of strange. And also on a Wednesday. Middle of the week, middle of the day. I don't know. So this is what the article goes into saying. So it's January 25th, and that's right? January 25th is a Wednesday. Yeah, very strange. And right before I get into the article, one thing I wanted to also bring up too is that one of the things is interesting is that this is a 2 weeks in advance. So as I said, there was a lot of pushback after the VGAs, and Mooch, we were on the Gaming Grindhouse this week, and Mooch brought up a good point. And shout out to Mooch. Check out the Crossfire on Friday. One of the at 7 p.m. Plugfist channel. One of the things is that he brought up, which is a good point, is that this seems very kind of reactionary to the pushback, because there was no discussion about any kind of event prior to the VGAs. There was nothing about it. It came after their no-show of the VGAs. People expected to see Starfield, Redfall, all the games that were delayed out of the year, and what the lineup is for this year. And there was nothing. And Sony's been dropping little hints of games that we already know their lineup, release dates, and play demos. They even Sony dropped the Forspoken demo. So it seems reactionary. And also, too, for something like this, 2 weeks in advance, typically they kind of announce it the week of or a little bit the week before, but very strange announcing it so early, the second week in January, for something that's happening at the end of January, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week. Like, maybe just to get that out there, just to kind of control that pressure that they got, that they were no-show. And also, maybe the subscribers are dropped after VGAs. I don't know. But it seems very reactionary and kind of interesting, of what's going on here. So the article is here going with the Developer Direct on Wednesday, January 25th, and it's an inside look at some of the games coming to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass over the next few months. So right there, one of the biggest things that has come up, and we'll go see here. They're gonna have Arcane Austin, Mojang, Turn 10, ZeniMax, and the Developer Direct will focus on big features, extended gameplay showcases, and notice it's not called a showcase, and the latest info of and the latest info. I don't want pre-order Elder Scrolls. The latest info of for Xbox games launching in the next few months. So you're thinking January, so you got February, March, April. So we're probably going into April. Then here are the games that they're going to highlight. Elder Scrolls Online, which is out already. It's been out. It's a service game, DLC. Forza Motorsport, which we only saw the rendering of a PC version, never just raw gameplay of it. It was so they could show the Ferris wheels in the trees and stuff. And then Minecraft Legends, which they showed, I think, plenty of gameplay last year in the Summerfest, which we haven't seen any more of it. It's basically a strategy game with Minecraft. So you have your dungeon crawl, now you have your strategy game leading armies of people across the Minecraft thing. And then Redfall. So it kind of confirms that, Redfall's coming out within the next few months. They did say May. They were saying it was supposed to come out in March. Then there was rumors that it got moved to May, which is coming out right near Zelda, which good luck, Redfall. So you're looking next few months, so probably these games will be coming out. I am very interested that Forza is part of here in the next few months because Forza Motorsport is the service game. That's why it skipped a couple of years because they were building it as a service game. So it's going to be interesting to see. I wonder if it's going to release. I want to know what Forza Motorsport is in this new Game Pass world. Is it going to come out as a beta with like limited cars and limited tracks? Or is it going to be a full-fledged Forza Motorsport game coming out in the spring? Because that will be good. But Forza never released in the spring. It was always a fall game. So this is very interesting that they're doing this. But one of the things that they mentioned here that wasn't in the leak was that Starfield will have its own standalone show in the works and a deep dive for theirs. So that does that confirm that Forza is not coming? Starfield is not going to be in the next few months? I don't know, but I don't understand why they're it's in the works. Like this game was supposed to come out in November of last year. I don't know what is in the works now. Did they just say, hey, we need to do something quick? Also, if you're going to be showing games over the next few months, these release games, Starfield just being in this show will confirm that it's coming out. And I think it's going to be another 3 months. So I think Starfield's probably going to be hitting summer or beginning of fall. I think that's where Starfield's coming out. And then who knows what they have for the holidays. If they're going to do these every quarter, I don't know. At next few months, and then going to do next few months. But these games including, so there's going to be a lot of Game Pass games too, some small stuff, things like that. But they don't know how long it's going to be, though. I don't know. Some rumors are saying that it's 45 minutes. I hope not. But let's just see what they said about what Elder Scrolls. First off, my personal thing, I want to see gameplay. I just want to see a mission in Redfall. I want to see a guy start a mission, do the whole mission with friends or whatever like that, and then check it in and see what the progression is, see what Redfall is. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see a lot of talking. I don't want to see a lot of, behind the scenes, people working on computers and things like that. I don't want to see those kind of things. I want to see basically the gameplay. That's what I want to see. I just want to see a full structure of gameplay, and that's it. And if they want to talk over it and talk about it, that's fine. But like, I want to see the gameplay. And one of the things that I've seen before is that we've done something like this before. They did this thing. They basically did like a looking people at computers and all this other stuff, and just like seeing some clip art and then some snapshots of some new gameplay here and there. And I just don't want that to happen. And I have like a little bit of here, just to highlight some of this, like, basically like this. This is what I kind of don't want. Like if they're gonna do a deep dive with a developer direct, are they gonna do this? Are they gonna just show gameplay and have it doing it? And it's just people talking, and then they're gonna have clips of gameplay here and there, things like that. So I don't know. We will see, but that's something kind of like I'm really, when they say direct, developer direct, I don't know. So let's see what they're going to do. Elder Scrolls, the director will unveil their major chapter update, including the latest regions of Tamriel, playable in ESO. Developer direct will be immediate. Oh, the developer director will be immediate followed by a full standalone ESO chapter reveal event hosted by ZeniMax Studios. Well, if you're going to have a full event, why just do that event? Why would you waste time in here going over, like, being redundant? You have so many games. You got so many games that people need to see. The Perfect Darks, Avowed, Contraband, out of so many games. Like, I don't know why they're doing these small little snapshots when they got stuff announced for 3 years ago with no new gameplay of it. And they went to showcases all last year with no new gameplay of it. And they're just staying so close to home. Like, you're the one that decided to announce all these games. How do you then regress and retract and then just focus on small little bites now? You're the one that opened up the doors to Pandora's box. You opened it all up. You said, here's everything we're doing. And now you're afraid, you shudder, you come back down, and now it's like, oh, we're just going to talk Elder Scrolls. We don't want Elder Scrolls Online. That's been out for half a decade. Who needs DLC updates in this? This needs to be a showcase. Let's see gameplay of all these games that you announced and know when they're coming out. We need release dates, and that's one thing that's not in this article. There's no confirmation that they're going to announce release dates. Here we go. Forza. The team at Turn 10 have been hard at work bringing fans the next generation of Forza Motorsport, built from the ground up to take advantage of the Xbox Series S and X. Oh, geez. Yes. Forza Motorsport's back, and we can't wait to share more gameplay and exciting new details. Well, I hope those details are release dates. Like, I hope we don't leave this thing going, it's going to come in the next 3 months, but we don't have any dates confirmed. I hope not. Please, that would be a disaster. Especially if this is really, sort of a response to people saying, where are the games? Minecraft Legends. Mojang will show an insider look into the PvP multiplayer experience, the upcoming action strategy game from the makers of Minecraft, developed in partnership with Blackbird Interactive, launching this spring. So there's somebody. See, now there's a confirmation launching this spring. Okay. Nothing. I don't see that statement in anywhere else. If these are also launching this spring, I don't know. Don't miss exclusive gameplay. And then I hope they give a date. They need dates. Don't miss exclusive gameplay footage at the developer direct. Okay. Well, they showed a lot of gameplay last year. Okay. And then here's the Redfall. This is the one that I guess everybody is like clamoring on because this is the only one that I think people really care about. And Forza, we need to see what the structure is. And Redfall, the minds behind Dishonored and Prey, Arcane Austin, will showcase several minutes. I don't know. Several minutes? Is that 15? Is that 5? They've shown some gameplay of it. Several minutes of gameplay for their FPS. I hope that's not a disappointment. That's what I mean. They need a person and again, you don't want to compare it to the Sonys and stuff, but you're going to have to because they're competing. Let them compete. You're going to have to. Horizon just had 10 minutes of her just going through a mission, exploring the world, showing the mechanics, and done. Had a quick intro and then showed it. Like all their games, like you need to just show the game. I hope it's not a bunch of cuts. The developer direct will reveal single and multiplayer gameplay, showing more of how you and your friends will take down bloodthirsty vampires in the picturesque island of Redfall, Massachusetts. Fans can expect to learn more about combat, customization, bosses, the open world, and more. All right. And that's it. That's it. That's all they got on here. I thought they wrote a little bit more about the Oreos. So, you know, my take thing is that I just I'm glad they're getting in front of this, but it just seems a little overdue. And it just seems that there should be more, especially new stuff. And I don't know. They say that releasing next few months. I hope we get release dates for this stuff, and I just hope it looks good. I don't want talking heads. Like, I'm glad they don't have a host to make it look fake, fake hype and stuff. But I really don't want to know this is the reason why we put the menu here and all. No, just show us the game. Let us get excited. They already opened their mouth, I feel, too much with Redfall, saying that it's more like Far Cry and less like Left 4 Dead. And I'm like, stop. And Far Cry was a single player game. This game has been shown as multiplayer. It is shown with classes and people using assistants and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how they're hyping, like they're kind of turning it into a single player game. One of the big fallacies of this game that's already been confirmed is that your progress doesn't change, doesn't move with your teammates. Only the host progresses with the missions. That's why looking at mission instructions will be very important, because if you go in with your friends on day one and they get into 3 hours into the game, and then you boot up the game because nobody's online later on, and then you gotta do the same 3 hours of missions, that don't sound very appealing. That's an issue. Like, this, it should have been shared progression, especially of this game. But they keep saying single player, and compared to Far Cry, I don't know. Like, you've shown this game featuring multiplayer since day one. It was all these characters with their abilities helping each other. Don't come in here and just be like, oh yeah, well, it's really a single player game. Your friends could drop in and drop out to have some fun, but it's like, oh. And then the other rumor with Redfall is that it's going to have a beta that launch. If you pre-order, you'll play it earlier before Game Pass. Well, who knows how people will take that? Day one Game Pass, not if you pre-order it, but that was a rumor again. But really, with this lineup here, they need to do more. I hope it's a better format than the Inside Xbox, because that was a bunch of fake hosts, and they did some wonky things, like shot people out of cannons for Sea of Thieves, did an escape room for State of Decay. So I think that was just a miss. So hopefully this is a bit more just direct in gameplay, and that's what they need to do. He says it'll be gameplay, so let's see. They also said that Assassin's Creed was going to be gameplay of the Series X and apologized when it wasn't gameplay, it was CGI. So several minutes. I just, I think Redfall needs more. And I don't think Minecraft Dungeons and Elder Scrolls Online really need that much. Like, I think they need to it's enough of the fodder and enough of the indies and the little stuff. They need to really bring it with their first party. They got to show why people are subscribing for day one first party Microsoft games. And that's the thing that they need to focus on. And I'm hoping that these are not just flybys, and it's going to be a lot of kind of filler, like, oh yeah, well, this indie game is day one, this one's day one, because you know what they do. This is kind of like a Game Pass commercial. They basically are doing this to make sure that people stay subscribed. So I think one of those ways is to give release dates to stuff. But Elder Scrolls, we don't need a release date for that. Minecraft Legends, I think we'll probably get a release date. But Forza, I don't know. I think it looks going to be gameplay, and it might release in a beta. Like they do say in here, it says info for Xbox games launching in the next few months, including, that's already out, Forza, Minecraft, and Redfall. So let's see. But strange things. The name not too hot. Middle of the day, middle of the week. Strange. And, they need more. And Starfield not being there. People want to see Starfield. They showed, and the thing is like, I don't know why they're playing so coy, playing so limited, when they got so much to show. That if you have confidence, show it. And my thing is that if they did have some kick like really good trailers, right? That like a Redfall trailer that shows a single player and multiplayer, why wouldn't you run that at the VGAs? Why would you wait for a developer diary showcase intimate diary showcase on the middle of a Wednesday at the end of January and announcing it 2 weeks before. It just seems weird. It seemed very strange that if you wanted to get, like, where was a Forza Motorsport trailer at the VGAs? If you had some incredible gameplay captured, if you had some incredible gameplay for Redfall, that just let the games do the talking. I don't get it. But you're doing it kind of low key on a Wednesday and announcing it 2 weeks in advance just to what? To quiet the crowd? I don't know. We will see. There's a lot of kind of suspicious things. This is new venture right here. We've seen it inside Xbox. They were not good. They stopped doing them. They canceled them. And now we got developers direct. So we'll see. And it seems like this is something that they're going to do. Just let the developers talk. But again, I just hope it's not documentaries. It needs to be gameplay. It needs to just let gameplay run. And, that's the one different thing with like a PlayStation State of Play and a Nintendo one. There's no real deep dives. They usually come either after the show. But the direct itself is basically just a list of games, gameplay release dates, gameplay, see when it's coming out, and that's it. Or in just some announcements. That's it. It's back to back to back, listing a bunch of stuff. We'll see what this is. There's no host, so there's not going to be a lot of filler. But if the filler is the developers sitting down there talking like, oh, I made this, I did this, that could be a deterrent and not too hot. And, hearing developer direct, seeing the way it's format, like even look at how it is. It looks like a whiteboard. It looks like a GDC type thing. It looks like something like exactly like a developer workspace. It doesn't look like, like this is gameplay. Like, come on, gamers. It seems a little dry. And that, I think that, again, marketing again, Xbox, it's fun games. And I've said this so many times on this channel. It's like, why is it so hard to just get people excited about games? Why does it seem like they're supposedly listening to everybody? Why does it seem so dry? Why does it seem so business? Why is it's all about acquisitions and stuff? Like, yeah, that's what this looks like. Hey, we bought some studios. And one thing is like, hey, if they didn't buy Bethesda, what would they be doing right now? Forza? Minecraft? What's going on with all your stuff? And they keep doing this kind of like they're making excuses for not showing the stuff that people want to see because they're doing their showcase last year, the next 12 months, this one, the next 3 months. Like, they're being very finite after they already opened up Pandora's box and showed everything they're working on. Like, what was that? What was that? And I saw some people on Twitter too saying that, during this thing, they better make sure that they announce when Starfield Direct is going to be or address it, because nobody's going to come to Xbox Wire and read this sentence to damage control what? So, and what's going to happen if they don't say it is that a lot of people are going to be like, yo, that was sucked. That was horrible. Why? Oh, well, because they didn't show Starfield. And people are going to go, well, they said it already. They tweeted it out and they already said in the Xbox Wire. And it's like, no, dude, they should have said it during the show. And again, if this show is just about an hour or 45 minutes, and these are just some of the games, and they got some other games like Atomic Heart and stuff like that. So they have some games coming out. A Wulong is another one that's going to be coming out. So I'm sure they're going to have those games as well. These are just their other games that they're going to have. So we will see. I don't know. That's the middle of the day, so I don't know how many live streams are going to be, but we will see. But I do think that this is a lot of time for speculation, and I think it's a little strange that they announced it so early in the month, and it's in the middle. Like, they announced it 2 weeks in advance. So I don't know. We will see. Maybe there's some Game Pass announcements. It doesn't seem like it. It just says that they are inside look. And this is the thing too. Like, when they say inside look at some of the games, like, just show the game. Like, if you could, this is the thing. Coming from watching their Inside Xboxes, they don't get it. They don't know how to show games. You know, they don't know how to show it. They don't know how to do that kind of the cuts and really make the gameplay shine and really tell a story with gameplay. It seems to be their struggle. Instead, they have the devs sit there and kind of tell you, just like that, like, well, we really worked on the art aspects, and we wanted the characters to look like this, and we added this kind of detail to this thing, and we really want to have the environment blend with the character and all this other stuff. And they're showing little like clip arts and somebody drawing an item, and then showing some sort of concept art, and then showing some person working on a computer, and then showing a bit of gameplay about a minute of people shooting at something, and then they cut back to the person sitting there talking, and that's how they've presented their games. They've done better at their E3, where they just kind of stand there and just kind of go through game trailers. But I'm not sure if that's what this is. This doesn't seem like it's a showcase. It seems like it's more of a dev conference, even looking at the way it's designed. And you know, we will see on what it is. You can find it on Xbox channels, on Twitch and YouTube. But again, we're gonna have some time. We're talking about if any further details come out. Keep it locked here to the Gaming Grindhouse and What Grinds My Gears Hot Takes. And yeah, I just wanted to do this quick video to kind of get out the news. We'll talk more about it as things develop on the Gaming Grindhouse on Monday. And stay tuned. There may be some Grinds Bites. Check out the previous videos. And with that, Grinders, thank you again. And you know, we'll end it on a wonderful note. And because, you know, this is like a Game Pass show, it's going to be a Game Pass show. So why not close out on the Game Pass song?
Oh, and second on two. 12 minutes and Hades, and they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. I'm at 2 ground, true and doom. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass.
And this has been a What Grinds My Gears Hot Take.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, yeah.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
And one more thing, too. Just, you know, since the theme is waiting, I didn't leave my jingle. Starfield, again, we wait.
Wait, just wait till E3. There will be a showcase, but I can't wait when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with Perfect Dark.
Thanks again, everybody. Check out the other videos. Rare achievement unlocked.